Hey everyone, welcome back to another husky powered bike ride. I swear these two enjoy this more than I do. I'm just along for the ride. Well, today I wanted to talk to something you've been asking about for a while. Covered calls, covered puts, and the wheel strategy. And more importantly, how they actually fit into a real retirement plan. But before we jump into the mechanics, I want you to picture something. A four-legged chair. Think of each leg as a source of income in retirement. The more legs you have, the sturdier the chair. If one leg wobbles, you're still supported. For some people, that chair only has one or two legs, Social Security, maybe a small 401k. And that's tough because it doesn't leave you with many options. If the market dips or inflation runs hot or life happens, the chair gets a little shaky. For others, those legs might be things like Social Security, a pension, dividends and interest, rental income, a small business, part-time work, and even selling options, which is the one we're talking about today. Some of these are passive, some are active, some depend on age, some on experience, some on capital. But when you layer them together, it creates this sense of stability that lets you breathe a little easier. Now, here's the part I want to emphasize, especially to younger folks who watch this channel. I didn't build all those legs early in life, not even close. When you're raising four daughters, trying to build a career, dealing with medical bills, trying to make ends meet, you're not sitting around thinking about retirement chairs. You're just trying to get through the week. It took me decades to build enough capital for dividends to matter. It took me decades for interest payments to actually be noticeable. It took me decades before starting a small business even became an option. And honestly, the biggest ingredient was not intelligence or luck or picking the perfect stock. It was patience and perseverance. Covered calls, income from the stocks you already own. Covered calls are basically this. You own shares of a company, let's say Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, whatever, and someone else is willing to pay you a premium for the chance to buy your shares at a higher price sometime in the future. You get paid up front. They get the option, not the obligation, to buy your shares at the agreed upon future price. If the stock stays below that price, you keep the premium and the shares. You can sell another call next week or next month. If it rises above that price, you still keep the premium and your shares get sold at the price you chose, essentially locking in a profit. It's literally name your selling price and get paid while you wait. It's not magic. It's not gambling. It's just taking control of how and when you sell your stock. For me, covered calls generate monthly income that supplements everything else. Dividends, interest, business income, all the other legs of the retirement chair. Covered puts. All right, getting paid to buy stocks you want anyway. That's how I think of it. Covered puts are the opposite, basically. Instead of naming the price you're willing to sell your shares, you name the price you're willing to buy shares. If the stock stays above that price, you keep the premium. If it falls below, you buy the shares at a discount. And again, you keep the premium. This is how I enter a lot of positions today, not by buying at market price, but by getting paid to wait for the price I want. So the wheel strategy, putting it all together. So here's the wheel strategy in a nutshell. Sell a cash secured put on a stock you want to buy. If assigned, buy the stock at a discount. Now that you own shares, sell covered calls on those shares. If the shares get called away, go back to step one and repeat. It's literally a wheel. Buy, sell, buy, sell. Premiums coming in each step of the way. And I want to say this clearly. This isn't a get-rich-quick strategy. This isn't for someone with $500 in an account. It's for someone who's built enough capital over time to use this as one of several income sources. For me, selling options is one of the legs of the chair, and it's a strong one. It brings in consistent income, even in sideways markets. Some months are better than others, but the point is consistency and control. So, what does this take? And what I learned the hard way. What got me here wasn't brilliance at all. It was perseverance, chipping away for decades, making mistakes, learning, trying again, raising kids, paying medical bills, starting businesses, working corporate jobs, saving when we could, even if it didn't feel like it was enough at the time. If you're younger and listening to this, just know the seeds you plant now do grow, even if it takes years before you see the fruit. And if you're older and looking for additional income streams, covered calls and puts can absolutely be one of those legs of the chair.
Good girl, good boy.
So in closing, if you guys want me to go deeper, like screen sharing style, step by step, here's how I do it type of thing, just leave a comment below. I'll put together a full training video on how I execute these trades and how you might be able to use them too. In the meantime, I'm working on a video that I'm going to do with my oldest daughter. It's about growing up, hard lessons, and finding your path. Basically, real talk with her. What we did right as parents, how we clashed, early financial mistakes, her thoughts on phones, social media, and the comparison culture, all that stuff. I'm going to ask her the good questions. And if you have any questions you want me to ask her, let me know in the comments below as well. It should be interesting, and I'm going to try to have that posted on Monday. So, after all this good talk, I'm ready for a nap. It's cloudy, it's cold. It's one of those days where a nap sounds pretty good. Thanks for joining me in the dogs today. I'll see you on the next ride.